Hello and good evening, everybody. I believe that I am unmuted, so I hope you can all hear me. I'd like to thank you all for being here. My name is Matt Kelly. I'm a professor in the Urban Studies program and the coordinator of the graduate program in geospatial technologies at University of Washington, Tacoma. And I'd like to begin tonight by saying congratulations to the MSGT cohort of 2021. Before we get into our program tonight, the School of Urban Studies likes to begin with a land acknowledgement. And so I'll read now our Urban Studies land acknowledgement to begin our program. Every community owes its existence and vitality to generations from around the world who contributed to making the history that led to this moment. We recognize that all of us at UW-Tacoma learn, live, and work on or near the unceded territory of the Coast Salish people. In particular, our campus is situated on the traditional lands of the Puyallup tribe. As we gather virtually, we also want to acknowledge the lands of the Muckleshoot, Nisqually, Suquamish, Snohomish, Sammamish, Duwamish, and all traditional lands on which we live and work. We want to acknowledge the histories of dispossession and forced removal and reflect on this history in ways that honor the memory of those dispossessed and keep us committed to the cause of social justice for Indigenous populations. Now, we also can't begin tonight without recognizing what an extraordinary time we're living through. This is not an easy program to graduate from in the best of times. And you've been working through what is admittedly not the best of times. You've been working at the forefront of the geospatial industry, and you've done remarkably well. From everything I've heard and seen of the work of this cohort, it's an outstanding set of projects that we've ended up with at the end of 2021. And you've done this considering that you've persevered through the most devastating public health crisis in the last 100 years and witnessed and continue to participate in the social movements that have been predicated on our collective desire to overcome institutional and institutionalized racism. But together as a cohort, you moved into a virtual space and lived in that virtual space and worked in that virtual space that was completely unproven. And you've owned it this year. We're here today to celebrate and acknowledge your accomplishments. And we're doing this alongside and on screens and in rooms with your friends, family, and faculty. This is your hooding tonight, and we're all incredibly happy to be here with you today. I'd like to pass it now onto a series of speakers. We're beginning the evening with Dr. Ali Modares, who is the Dean of the School of Urban Studies and the incoming Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs at the University of Washington, Tacoma. Dr. Modares.
Well, good evening, everyone. As Dr. Kelly mentioned, my name is Ali Modares. I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the School of Urban Studies. I want to take this moment to also repeat some of the material that Dr. Kelly mentioned, and that is, it was a challenging year. It was a year with multiple pandemics. And I want to thank you for your commitment, flexibility, and resilience. You did the work in the middle of what proved to be a year that, unlike any other year, we all learned together. One thing I want to thank you is to thank you and all other students for teaching us how to actually function in such an environment. So congratulations on your achievement. Congratulations to you and your friends and your network who supported you. I want to also thank our faculty members in the MS program and all other faculty members who have spent the entire year adapting their courses to a virtual environment, investing time, but more than anything else, also thank you for working with them. And this was a year for a co-learning. If there ever was a co-learning environment, this was the year. So thank you for your contributions to our program. Thank you for the work that you've done. Congratulations on your achievement. And I have only one request of you. When you graduate from this program, you become an alumni of our program. And I hope that you will choose to continue your relationship with our school so we can celebrate your achievements as you move through your careers. We are now you are now, and we are collectively the Urban Studies family. So congratulations again, and I'm here to celebrate this occasion with you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Did we go live with me? I believe we did. No? All right. Well, I want to pick up where Dr. Madaris left off, which is that this is really a kind of beginning. And this ceremony is one of my absolute favorite parts of the year because, you know, I get to put on a silly costume and you all come with all the people that like mean the most to you and we celebrate you. And that to me is what makes this night special. So like hooding ceremonies, incidentally, they start in like, I don't know, the 12th century in universities. And originally it's kind of, so the story goes. Originally it's kind of perfunctory, like universities were cold, so you got a hood to stay warm and you would wear it. But over years, it became a kind of tradition of sort of welcoming you into a family and recognizing your continued pursuit of education and your goals and dreams. And so that's really, for me, what this is about. And so that's why I don't want to take up too much time. I just want to sort of give you the background, tell you how exciting it is, explain sort of where we're all coming from. And then I get to turn this over to two speakers that were selected by the cohort themselves. And these speakers are going to speak to, first, I believe it is the academic aspects of the program, and then it is sort of the social aspects of the program. Because if you're doing a master's in a year in a pandemic, then it's going to be really hard on both of those fronts. But this group, they pulled together and they did some phenomenal work with each other. And so today, I just want to make sure we all recognize that and we welcome them into this new stage and this new family. So with no further ado, I'm going to pass this over to Jacob Root.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jacob Root. First, I'd like to start by saying that Jemin needs into the meeting, so he can join us. The chat was disabled. So first of all, just want to say hello. Thank you for inviting me to be a speaker. It's a very exciting opportunity. So here we go. 3.5 years ago, I was working a dead-end job. I was overweight. I struggled to make ends meet. Looking in the mirror was something, to put it lightly, I tried to avoid. If not to avoid looking at myself and my growing quadrupled chin, I didn't like what was within. Someone who had lost their path forward. I knew I was capable of more, but I didn't know how to achieve it. If not for my sister, Jamie, staying committed to schooling, Lord knows where I'd be. At the advice of my family, I applied for the then new urban design degree at UW Tacoma. I figured, no chance I'll get in. My grades are pretty miserable, but miraculously, and I do want to stress miraculously, I got in. That UW would be willing to take a chance on me was clearly a sign. This was a once in a lifetime opportunity to prove my worth to myself, and I wasn't going to pass it up. Fast forward a couple of years, and I finished my undergraduate degree. No doubt those 4 years of community college made it so I had a little less to do than my cohorts, but I never took a quarter off, staying the course to the end. And boy, did it pay off. I went from a kid who drew roads for fun to someone who could execute a neighborhood-wide master plan. Thank you, Dr. Madaris. I was proud of myself, but I knew I could do a bit more. I had taken the GIS certification program during my senior year, and I realized that it was something worth investing more time in when Esri's software didn't make me want to tear my hair out. Some fellow students were not so lucky, but it was apparent to me that I may have had a second calling. I threw my name in for the hat for the MSGT program at the recommendation of, among others, Heather and Steve, and I managed to squeeze in. The unexpected secret level of university had arrived. 12 months later, here we are. Somehow I made it to the finish line. I have learned more about data, how to crunch them, than 100 people would experience in a lifetime. I learned how to develop web and mobile applications, learned about flood zones, the ethics of managing vast amounts of data, worked with files so large that I worried my computer might explode. But perhaps most remarkably, I finally figured out how to fully tame Esri's Arc desktop, which proved very useful right up until I transitioned over to Esri's ArcGIS Pro. With any luck, I will master Arc Pro a little before I retire. I would be remiss not to mention the phenomenal work of my cohorts. When I look over our capstone projects, it's clear to me not just how hard we've worked, but how far we've come. I see us diving into such a wide array of topics, it's almost hard to believe we took the same courses. Topics such as deep learning, air quality, machine spaces, salmon hatchery returns, surface temperature variations, micromobility access, the positive and negative effects of high-capacity public transport, tree canopy goals, the value of open land, intersection safety modeling. It is truly a bewildering number of topics, and that highlights the true value of an education in geospatial technologies. We now possess the skills to enter into and provide a valuable service to virtually any field. GIS is a remarkable skill that can be used not just in topics you've learned to enjoy through schooling, but in topics you've always loved. I urge everyone with even an inkling of interest to consider an education in GIS. You will learn valuable technical and moral skills that you can apply across all aspects of life. I, for one, will be very grateful for my time at the University of Washington, Tacoma, and I'm sure I speak for my fellow cohorts when I say thank you to all the professors and faculty who inspired us, motivated us, and educated us enough to get here. Thank you again. Go Dogs.
All right, hello, and my name is Andre Martin. I haven't written anything down for this because it was kind of short notice for us, but we are grateful for being voted to these positions and given the opportunity to speak on our experiences. So thank you all. First, we have to thank Dr. Slager and Dr. Thatcher. When it comes to building a community, they were the two the two main people that we could always reach out to and get resources, get any kind of support. Chiaki in particular was able to get our Slack running, and thank you guys for funding that. You know, we're really grateful for those things, but also on the deeper level, we have created a community for ourselves. You know, we are using things like Discord, and while I was looking for a quote, something that would fit who we are as a collective, I began realizing that that was probably the best part of being in a cohort, was that I couldn't find something particular, you know, that everyone did reach into a bag and pull out something and was amazing with what they got, and they created something beautiful. You know, I look forward to seeing where everyone's going to take their knowledge, their experience, and I hope the love, you know, that we shared here, you know, I hope they take that love and energy and they share it with other people. You know, Austin wanted me to mention that we are the COVID cohort, you know, and that is true in an aspect, but I honestly think we transcend that. You know, we're a group of people that really made the choice to come to school during this time, maybe to get away from that, you know, maybe to push through it. But I think that it's amazing that those of us who have made it this far have made it as far as we have. You know, you should be proud of yourself for everything you've gone through. Even the professors, I know you've gone through so much, but we're grateful for that, you know. And I think that all I really want to do at this time before I do pass the mic on is just instill confidence. You know, I don't see any slackers. I don't see anyone who's not extremely intelligent. You know, I don't see anyone who's got bad intentions. I see people that came into a space and wanted to grow, you know, and you all grew. And I'm amazed with it. It's something I don't see personally in a lot of classrooms. And I appreciate the program for facilitating that, you know, for me. I love being around exceptional people, and you guys are exceptional people. Take that energy into the future and please build something amazing. And I think that that's where I would like to end.
And next, I believe that we have a slideshow that will be played. Or is this my time to share some comments? I'm unsure. All right, since I'm not seeing the slideshow, I am going to go ahead and share some comments then. Oh, it has started.
Nope, it stopped.
Okay. I cannot see it. There it is. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to read the capstone titles for each of the students. So Eric Anderson, pinpointing land and surface air temperature variability across topographies in Washington via spatial joining of spaceborne and terrestrial data. Brandon Couch, modeling the local effects of bus depots. Ryan Gaischel, improving municipal micromobility programs and equity access. Tianyu Huang, using deep learning to generalize building in urban and rural areas. Jae-min Kang, mapping the impacts of light rail transit. Andre Martin, a sonic derive, utilizing psychogeography for framing fieldwork in urban studies. Chiaki Matsuno, observing machine spaces of digital infrastructure. Jacob Root, modeling intersections to predict successful implementations of flashing yellow arrow left turn signals. Austin Santamaria, data analysis on WDFW hatchery salmon returns. Steve Schultz, progress report on Metro Parks Tacoma's tree canopy cover plan. Cameron Steiner, an examination of studies on public transit ridership. Tom Trong, framing events of 2020 within echo chambers, a Twitter network analysis. And Heather Warren, equity in distribution of green space type over time. All right, as we get ready for this next part, students, please grab your scarves and or your regalia hood, and we're gonna ask you to place these on your shoulders or have a loved one who is with you place it for you. Please, all of you turn on your cameras and unmute your microphones, particularly the cameras, and this is your moment to celebrate. Congratulations.
Yeah, you gotta.
Congratulations.
Yay!
I didn't do well. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah. Good song.
All right. Graduate school is a challenge, a challenging endeavor, even in the best of times. So to do so in the midst of a historic global pandemic, in a time of social upheaval, and to do so entirely online is truly to do the thing on expert mode. In spite of all of that, I have watched you all build lasting community, expand your skill sets, and develop expertise in your capstone subject areas. It's been an absolute honor to teach and learn with you all this year. You've consistently impressed me with your thoughtfulness, your analytical acumen, your perseverance, and your support of one another. Congratulations to the MSGT class of 2021. What a joy and what a great moment. And with that, I'll pass it back to Dr. Matt Kelly.
All right. Well, you can't accuse us of not being efficient here at the MSGT at UW Tacoma. We get you a master's degree in 1 year. We get you through hooding in 20 minutes. It does not make it any less special. It does not make it any less meaningful or profound. This is an incredible moment for you all. And honestly, in 5 years, maybe it'll be that long. In 5 years, when we're having actual hoodings again, you will be one of those cohorts that got to do things online. And you'll look back and you'll say, I was there. I was an online hood. So congratulations to you all. It's beautiful outside if you're anywhere near the Puget Sound. So I really recommend that you get out, celebrate with your friends and families. You've done it. It's such a joy to see all of the familiar faces that I've known for so long getting through this program. I'll miss you all, but like Dr. Medeiros said, please stay in touch. We're a family here. We love to stay in contact with people. We know so many of our students stay in the Puget Sound, and it's meaningful that we have a network of UW-Tacoma undergraduates and graduates now who are out taking over the world very, very slowly, one position at a time. And before you know it, we'll be running everything. So get on it. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your summer, and stop by and say hi anytime. Oh, look at the balloons. Welcome. Congratulations. I think we're going to close out the ceremony now.
Good job, everyone.
Well done.
Congratulations.
If folks would like to stick around and chat, I think once the live stream has ended, I would love to do that, to meet some of your families. I know that your projects are still yet due, and so hopefully after everything is done and the ink is dried, maybe we can have a get together in a park. But if you have some time this evening, I'm happy to stick around and chat with folks. But congratulations again.
Yeah, I'm here as well, and